Get ready to rumble. Welcome to Joe Jacking with Bob and TC on IntellectualRadio.com. Again, that's IntellectualRadio.com. That's an iHeartRadio station. I am your host, B.O.B. Bob, but I will go by the name of Robert Lee Orr Jr. if you insist on being formal. And as always, from the South Side of Chicago, Illinois, give it up for my main man, Mark TC was Senior. TC, what's up, my man?
What up, Mr. Orr? How you doing,
man?
Brother?
How you doing? I know we got to shake hands after we debated on air last week. We got to debate. After we got to shake hands, let everybody know we still friends for 35 years, man.
We ain't programmed. This is what we do, man.
They ain't used to seeing our veins pop out our neck, man. When our veins pop out our neck,
what up, Sade? That's what we do.
What's going on, man? Tell everybody about your club real quick.
Oh, yeah. Come check out the Over 30 Crowd Lounge on 197, 55 South Torrance. Come on now. Check out the basketball game tomorrow night. You know, we got North Carolina versus Gonzaga.
Y'all got to go in the club tomorrow?
Yeah, we're going to game going, man. Yeah, check it out, you know. It's going to be nice.
Say the address again. So
197, 55 South Torrance.
What city?
I've been saying it for the last 6 weeks, man. They know what city it is.
Okay, well,
come out and kick it. I ain't got to keep saying the same thing.
I'm sorry about being technical.
There you go, brother.
Okay.
I'm going to bring in about the young boys right quick.
Hey, man, look. Hey, on Tuesday nights, 5 o'clock to 8:30, Basketball and Beyond in Glenwood, Illinois at 190-51 on South Halsted. Make sure you come out there, bring your young teenage boys out there from 5th grade through 12th grade. We have a basketball program, and we actually have a discussion that goes on. So, you know, if you want to bring your kids out there, do that. But if you also want to volunteer, there's some volunteer opportunities that are available too. Before we get started in the show, you will listen to Jaw Jacking with Bob and TC on IntellectualRadio.com. The call-in number is 708-223-8953. Again, and the call-in number is 708-223-8953. If you want to call in and have any input on the show, if you want to have a show idea, you always can call the call-in number I just gave out. And I talked to Mr. Oral Renfrey, and he'll let you know what spots he got available. I don't know how many spots he got available left. You know, one day he's gonna yell it out from behind the scenes. But anyway, I first of all, I want to give out condolences to those families in Chicago over the past weekend out in the South Shore. There was a few of them out in the South Shore. It was like 4 people that got killed out in the South Shore. My heart goes out to those families, the victims' families, and the individuals that's doing these acts. It leaves me sort of speechless. I love Chicago. I love the city of Chicago. I boast about Chicago all the time. We have a great city. Unfortunately, we have some bad elements within our city, and I don't know. I'm speechless about it. And the summer is coming, and during the summer, we hope to be able to get a grasp on what's going on in the city of Chicago, because this is a beautiful city. We love our city, but for whatever reason or not, the people that's committing these crimes, I don't know. I don't know what to say, man. I'm just speechless a little bit. So my heart goes out to those families and everything of the such. I don't know. Did you want to say something on that real quick?
I mean, I don't want to say no more than what you said. You know, it's rough. It's rough out here. You know. Mm-hmm. So I don't know all the facts and details, everything that's going on, but it is sad regardless of what happened. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to change the subject a little bit. You know, this is my little moment to talk about my sports.
Go ahead, man, because
off my chest.
This is the first time I don't even want to talk about Derrick Rose in a bad way.
Hey, man, listen, man, the man that tore his meniscus again.
Oh, man. I know. I feel bad for that, man. You know what I'm saying? Usually during the year, we was trying to figure out who's going to have a better record, the Bulls or the Knicks. Right. And I told you at the beginning. Yeah. I told you the Bulls at the beginning of the year. I mean, I'm always right about stuff like that.
You talk now, but at the beginning we talked about it. You wouldn't even speak on it. You know, we got it all live. But
but anyway, but Derrick Rose injury is devastating. And, you know, we don't wish that on Derrick Rose at all. We love Derrick Rose. And
it's rough, man. But, you know, I'm in a good mood because my Cubs open tonight for my Cubs defending their World Series championship.
It's coming up, man. They've been killing in the spring training, too, man.
Yeah, you know, it's going down.
Man. They got Schwarber coming up at the #1 spot, man. Him and Rizzo batting lead off.
But I got to give props to this, though, Bob.
Okay.
Morgan Williams, little 5 foot, that little guard.
The girl who beat UConn.
Oh, man. I watched that game. That little girl got game.
Okay.
That little girl. I mean, I don't really watching, women basketball, college basketball, women. Period. I don't. I don't really watch it like that. I'm being honest. But when I seen this girl out there getting down like that against them big girls, man, to see that little girl out there playing ball like that,
She booked the game.
I was intrigued. I was hooked, man. And she did. She pulled it out. And I want to give her credit. No matter what happens against South Carolina in the championship, you stopped UConn 111 game winning streak. And I like that. But
that's what's up, man. What else you got, man?
Now we're gonna wait till Mr. Artist come on here, the doctor. We're gonna add some few.
Dr. Artist, we got Dr. John Artist in the building, man. That's our man. We got him. He just released the book, so we're gonna on the other side of this break, man. We're gonna talk. We're gonna bring in Dr. John Artist, John G. Artist,
Mr.
John G. Yeah, we always got a 6 degrees of separation. Me and John was just talking the other day. And we always, but on the other side of this break, we'll bring them in. We ain't gonna waste my man. We hate to waste people precious time when they come out here, all the way out here in Broadview. So on the other side of the break, you're listening to Jaw Jacking with Bob and TC.
Let's get it cracking, man.
IntellectualRadio.com.
In this corner, we have the folk body snatcher. In this corner, we have the folk body snatcher. Come on.
Welcome back to Jaw Jacking with Bob and TC on IntellectualRadio.com, our iHeartRadio station. Again, the call-in number is 708-223-8953. And man, you know what, Doc? We've been reading this book, man. He just got a newly released book. TC, let's bring him in real quick.
Bring him in, y'all.
What city?
North Carolina.
Okay. From North Carolina, Dr. John G. Artist.
The building.
Yes.
Man, I ain't asked you where you from. I'm supposed to always know where you're from, man. That was on me, man.
Out small town, one big time.
Small time, man. How you doing, man?
Good, man.
Good. Real quick, man. I want to give 6 degrees of separation, man. We met over there at the family meeting over there.
Yes.
With Eric Grant. I call him my big brother in the building. Radio. He's my big brother in radio. So we met over there, and they used to call you the Bone Crusher. Bone Crusher. You ain't like that, did you? You ain't gonna say it in front of. You ain't gonna say Eric gonna be looking at the Bone Crusher anyway. got the bone crusher. That's because you're a chiropractor. You're a chiropractor.
Right.
Chiropractor. First of all, I want to tell you, how long have you been doing the work that you're doing in chiropractor work?
Good. I've been a chiropractor for 12 years, believe it or not. It seemed like it was just yesterday, but it's been 12 years ago.
12 years?
Yeah, 2005. I graduated.
Really?
From Palmer in Davenport.
Ooh. Long time ago.
Yeah, man.
Now, what made you get into this line of work? You know, because I always wanted to be a gynecologist, you know. But, you know, I had bad motives. That's why I couldn't pursue that career, you know.
You know what, man? I went to a chiropractor and it completely changed my life. It was to the point, I suffer from asthma, just digestive problems, man. I just remember just being scared to go to sleep sometime when I was a kid. And then until I went to a chiropractor, after all the medications, the asthma pumps, I remember playing ball, man, and just run over to the side to take an asthma pump. And then just to kind of get my breath back. And then I went to a chiropractor, I just saw it all change. And I saw when he started aligning my spine, like my body just literally changed. It literally happened. It was to the point where he's like, man, you should become a chiropractor. And I was like, why? You know, I got to go back to school. And then I end up praying about it, man. Next thing I know, I had a Penske truck leaving Washington, D.C. area, going to Davenport, Iowa to become a chiropractor. And I haven't looked back since.
That's what's up.
6 degrees of separation. You're pretty good friends with you good friend. You know Atiba. You can.
Yes.
Atiba has a show over here.
Yes.
At on Saturdays at 1 o'clock called
Humanity in the Headline.
Right.
So him and David Seaton, they do a show over here at 1 o'clock. So you know, it's funny. I didn't know y'all were friends until I saw. I think you had a picture of Atiba, or Atiba had a picture of you on Facebook.
Yeah, we had a friend that had a fundraiser for her organization, Live Cafe.
Okay.
Rashida. And you know, we were there. We took that picture of that fundraiser. So yeah, I've been knowing him for a few years now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You know, Atiba's like a background singer. Yeah. I mean, don't tell him I said that, but he's like a background singer now. That's what he does.
Karaoke.
Yeah, he's the karaoke king. But anyway, we want to jump into some of the things. This new book you just released. The new book, here's the book right here. TC, you got it posted up.
Oh, yeah, I got it right here.
It's called Overlooked.
Yep.
7 values that cannot be ignored. This is Overlooked, 7 values that cannot be ignored. This is my man, John Artis. I want you to tell us about the book, the inspiration behind the book. You had some interesting things. You were thumbing through it.
No.
I cannot say I read the whole book because I didn't have time to read it. But I did thumb through it enough to get a concept of some of the way, at least your intro.
Right.
So I want you to tell everybody about your book, the inspiration behind what made you start it. And
so what happened over these 12 years of just seeing people come in and out of my office from, man, they come in with low back pain, and then we started talking about it, and then they end up having cancer, all these different conditions, right? And one of the things that I saw was common is they overlook one of these 7 core values. And it's very simple, man. I think health is simple. We just make it complicated. And so what I did is I started blogging and writing down, journaling and stuff like that. And then it turned out, said a patient of mine was like, Doc, you should write a book. And then I just started with an outline, and then it just came from there. But basically, this is just a compilation of all the 7 things that I think people overlook. And there's no way you can be healthy. Whether some people, they negate all 7 or just 1, it's going to catch up with you sooner or later. And that's one of the things why I got those things. And we can get into each of those 7 core values as we go through.
That's exactly.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask him a question. I saw you went to North Carolina A&T State University.
Aggie Pride.
Right. I see you said you was a manager. You at first you think about being a veterinarian.
Right.
Okay, so what happened to that?
Laboratory animal science.
Right.
Laboratory animal science. I was like, what is that?
Right. So explain
that's a degree that trains you to go into veterinary school, but it's more so geared towards research. And so that's where you do research for pharmaceutical companies or, different other organizations. So I got into that, man. And, I started having these allergies, and the asthma stuff just kept getting worse. And I didn't really equate it. You kind of just think, oh, you're just getting a cold. You're young and you kind of hanging out. So you just started paying attention to stuff. So when I started getting in this room with all these rabbits, man, I literally thought I was going to die one day. I mean, I couldn't breathe, asthma attack. You're in a closed room with 100 rabbits for a study, and you can't breathe. And then all of a sudden, it was like, man, that's not how I want to spend the rest of my life. Drugged up on medications and stuff. So what I did is I did an allergy test, man. And the only animals I could work with were primates. And so I started working with monkeys out of college at National Institutes of Health. And then we started dosing monkeys with like hypertension, cancer. I mean, most common conditions you see people suffer from, right? And then from that point on, I got tired of getting bit by monkeys, man. And then I ended up going to this chiropractor because a friend of mine was like, man, you should go to my chiropractor.
You got bit by a monkey, man?
Man, like several times, man. And it's to the point where, and that's the weird thing people don't understand is that monkeys are the next step before it goes into humans. So when you see these ads in the newspaper to say, look, if you 40 to 50 and you got this condition, come to the University of Chicago, you just qualified for a study, you just became a guinea pig or a monkey. In so many words. And then that's when they start doing testing on humans. And then it's a $1 billion industry, man. But then when I shifted, my interest started going towards chiropractic when I went to a chiropractor.
Yeah, I read that.
Yeah. So, and then from that point, I haven't looked back, man. And then I think God just chooses certain people to do certain things. And I think I've been chosen to be a chiropractor.
Man, that's pretty good, man. What's funny is we used to come pick the books up the other day. Went by his office. I went talking to him, and I got out the car. I'm gonna tell you a real story. This is a real story. This actually happened the other day. And I got out the car and I was limping because I sprained my ankle from playing basketball. I'm in my 40s now. In case you didn't know, I know I look 25, but anyway. But I got out and I limping. He was like, man, why you limping, man? And I was like, man, I sprained my ankle or whatever. And, long story short, he was like, let me look at it, man. He said, let me look at you. My ankle was swole. So he had me sit on his table and he, put some gel on me and then put this laser to it, this laser treatment, and I can honestly say, I don't know. I'm not healed yet because he told me I still got to ice my ankle. But I promise you, I felt better than I have since I sprained my ankle after that. I mean, I literally was running around work like, man, I don't feel what I felt. I know it's probably a temporary fix, but I really felt the difference. Like I really felt the difference. And then he messed around and had me show me what he was doing. He showed me this chart with the spine, how the spine curves. I know you'll be able to explain that, but he made an adjustment. He adjusted me as best as he could because I'm so stiff, man. I ain't worked out, stretched in years.
Yeah, so I see Robert walk in and he's walking stiff. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, you still play ball and stuff. How you play ball like that, right? That's why I was limping because as a guy, I got to train down for that so I can see. And if anybody knows anything, if your ankle's messed up, it's gonna change how you walk. And if that changes how you walk, that's gonna change how your spine moves. So your spine controls everything. It sends energy down from the brain through the spine to every organ and cell in your body. It's completely dependent on that energy. It's as simple as health is. So if you do anything to block that energy from coming down, it's going to cause everything that's supplying to become weak. Now, when he sprained his ankle, he had a lot of inflammation just sitting there trying to protect it. And the inflammation is just something that God made in our body. Say, hey, don't use me, let me heal. But we know Robert, he can't sit down. So he got to keep moving, right? And so what happens is that just swells up and it stiffens up until you just can't really take it anymore. The best thing to do is to get the inflammation down. So what I did is I did a laser treatment to move the inflammation, kind of just adjusted his ankle to kind of break up some of the adhesions from forming, and then adjusted his spine and, man, get him to standing straighter and make his body work better.
So
that's one of the things he felt.
I want you to go through. I want you to go through the questions with me with the book.
Okay.
So we're gonna go through the book. We're gonna go through the 7 core values that cannot be ignored.
Right.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna start off with faith. I want you to talk about faith real quick.
Yeah. So one of the things that I see the most, man, is when people have severe pain or they're going through some kind of crazy illness like cancer. Like if you got a herniated disc right now, and you can't move, you can't stand up. It's hard to have faith in your body to heal. So you got this young man saying, look, your body can heal. You just got to listen to what I'm saying. So the number 1 core value is that people can't really see past that pain. It's like blocks them. But what I have to work with people to do is they got to actually understand, they got to see themselves well. And what I found is the people that are able to do that, they can actually heal faster. They heal faster. If you see yourself better, it's like if whatever situation, same thing in life, whatever situation you're in, if you can't see past right now, dude, you're going to probably be stuck right there, right? But if you can see yourself better, even though you might not see how you're going to do it, understand how it's not your problem to understand how you're going to do it. That's where I think God comes in and kind of works all that stuff out. But you just got to believe that it's going to be better. The mind is a powerful thing. And that's one of the things that I say in that book is a lot. And that's why I started with faith, man. I wouldn't be here without faith. You know what I'm saying? None of us would, really. And it's not even a religious thing. It's just believing in stuff that we can't really see and understanding what we're doing. And that's the big thing with the body. Your body's designed to heal itself. No drugs, no surgery do it. It's just your body. But you got to believe in it. And a lot of times we put more faith into a man or a pill than we do our bodies to heal itself.
But that ain't that what a lot of people knock is on being a chiropractor, is that it's just like this, you know, man, you don't really need medication. You don't need anything. You know, people looking at you like, man, whatever, man. I need this surgery on this disc.
Right.
Ain't that a knock about being a chiropractor?
What a knock about being a chiropractor, I think, is because you know, chiropractic needs more research. It needs to be more research or evidence based, shall I say. But the thing about the knock is you got some chiropractors out there that's is talking some wild stuff. You know what I'm saying? I don't really get into all the different techniques. I just understand one principle is that the body controls itself and it flows through the nervous system. And all I do is remove the interference. And that's the basic chiropractic. That hasn't changed. And all these different new thought processes, they change. And so people get flax about that. One of the things that I learned, I always say, is this: chiropractic has never failed. If you go to a chiropractor and it doesn't work right now, it's the chiropractor. It's not the principle.
So do you believe the more faith a patient has, like you said, the more the therapy or chiropractor will work? The
more you can see yourself getting better and healing, it's just common sense. Yeah. Okay. The more you're going to get better. But if I do it. I've been doing it. I've been seeing the people that don't think they're going to get better don't, because they don't believe they will. And you can apply that to anything. You can apply that. That's why that had to be the first chapter in my book. You know, without faith, we really have nothing. Like, you can't move forward.
So you're saying that if people don't believe that they won't be healed or won't get better, they won't.
Right. They won't.
And
I believe that.
And so that's an important part of what you need them to do when they come in.
Well, a big part of what it is what I do is I educate them. You know, whether they like me or not, it's not that my problem. I'm not there to be liked. I'm just there to help you. So if you listen to what I'm saying, I can get you better. I can help your body to heal itself. Like, I'm just a man, just like all of us. I just sat in a little bit more classrooms than most people and took some more tests, but it's no different. It's just a simple process that I learned. And then just dealing with people, man, over the years, you could just see the ones that have it and don't. You know, especially you look at these people, man, when these doctors walk in and say you got 3 months to live and they got cancer and stuff, and you turn around and you got some people who's been here 10 more years later. You know, they had to believe, hey, they said, I'm not buying that. I'm not listening to what that doctor's saying. You know, because I believe that my body can heal. So then they start doing the work. Then they start doing the other stuff that I talk about in this book, to making sure their body doing it. They can't keep doing the same thing though.
Mm-hmm. Number 2, servanthood. Talk to us about that.
Man, that's a deep one, brothers. That's a deep one. So what this one is really going into, like, we're in a self-consumed world. Like, everybody is all about themselves, right? And so when we're in a self-consumed world, everybody's all about themselves. Dude, when you start thinking about that self, you don't think about other people. There's healing in serving other people. The greatest of all is the servant of all. You know what I'm saying? So if you can do something good to help make somebody's life better, the world, if we all thought like that, the world would be a better place. And there's healing in that. And so if people are going through stuff, you got to start thinking about, what can people keep doing for me? My job is here to bless somebody else, to help make somebody else's life better. And that's what I'm saying with serving and giving and giving and giving, not to the point where you just giving your last dime and you being ignorant to the fact that you're giving to something that's not going to really be beneficial. But I'm talking about just the charitable organizations.
I'm gonna
just
say,
opening the door, saying good morning. Mm-hmm. You know, we live in Chicago, man. People don't even, they sticking their middle finger up if you cut them off in traffic. You know, it's more deeper. It's like, man, let's start being a little bit more polite.
Okay.
Let's start saying good morning. How you doing? How was your day? Let's stop looking at cell phones and make eye contact. Let's be real. Let's start serving each other. You know, is there anything I can do to make your day better? Mm-hmm. Dude, there's healing in that.
Well,
it's joy.
I agree with that. But I did learn that there's a limit to serving.
Yes.
Serving. I mean, I believe that you should always give out of your abundance. I don't believe that you should give out of whatever your research is, or, you know, you can't give from some, you know, because if you give from your core, then there's a potential you become bankrupt.
Right.
So I believe in giving from my abundance now. I used to didn't believe that. I used to believe just, I'm gonna give. But giving has a limit.
And not saying it's got to be monetary. It could be just your time. It could be a conversation. You know, it's just genuine interest in helping other people, man. And it's not to the point where it's got to be your last dollar. Or it's got to be, you know, your last energy, to where you're not taking time for yourself to go to sleep. You know what I'm saying? That's why I see people run themselves so much because they serving other people. Like I see that with moms a lot, man, and grandmas. You know, they run themselves so much that they don't take time for themselves. And that's one of the other things that I talk about in there too. But I'm just thinking about making the world a better place, man. I think we all got a duty to God. What I say in the book, it's the rent we pay for living here on this earth is by trying to do something to make it better.
Mm-hmm. All right, TC, what's up? You got something?
No, man, it makes sense what he's saying.
Okay.
Because also what I'm hearing, I just wanted to make sure we get through all your values first. Yeah. But I see it's like a faith-based thing. It's like you get your mind right, you get your body right.
Before you can get the body right, you got to get the mind right.
Okay.
Thing, man. If you want to change your situation, whatever it is, if your mind ain't right and your body can do all these different things, but the wherever the head goes, the body can follow.
Family and friends. Number 3, core value. Family and friends. I want you to talk about family and friends.
Family and friends. The people that I see that have these crazy conditions and go through a lot of different things, the ones that make it out of it are the ones that have the best support system. Like, say for instance, somebody, like I always refer to cancer because so many people are coming down with it. The ones that actually have the better outcomes, in my professional opinion, are the ones that actually have the best support system. Like you got to realize when people natural reaction, when they're going through something, natural reaction for most people is to withdraw themselves from everything. And that's what I find is one of the worst things you could do. I think you need to be more involved in at that point to your limitations with common sense. But at the same time, I think you got to understand that, you know, you got people around you that genuinely love and care, not for what you have or what you could do for them, but just trying to help make your life better. It's that servanthood and that family and friends. I think it kind of goes hand in hand. But those people that had a better support system, they usually end up beating stuff a lot better than most people that don't.
Real quick, I want you to give information on how to contact you if somebody wanted to get a consultation with you. You know, I want to do that early instead of waiting to the end. Okay. I want to do it throughout the show to make sure you, the people that's listening, can know how to get in contact with you. So pitch exactly specifically how to get in contact, your phone number, email address, your location of your business. And everything.
Best way, I know, easiest way, a lot of people on social media, you can follow me at drjohnartist.com is my website, Dr. John Artist at Facebook, Google Plus, Twitter, and all the social media outlets I'm pretty much on. Also, my website is www.healthonearth.org, www.healthonearth.org. And my phone number for that office is 708-614-1414. And my address of the office is 7751 West 159th Street in Tinley Park, Illinois.
Repeat that phone number one more time for people.
It's 708-614-1414. Okay. 614-1414.
Value number 4. Core value number 4. Chiropractic spinal health hygiene.
Right. That's to me, in my opinion, I'm not just saying.
So if your spine is off, your breath's length.
Yeah, man, a lot more than that. So one of the things do it, that chiropractic,
your back right.
You got to get your life. That'll help get your life right. Chiropractic is the most overlooked or overrated healthcare system there is, and it's probably one of the best forms out there for people. It's just to the point where I think we don't get enough credit as chiropractors for what we do. And a lot of that too is because the researchers are there, like with most people, but also to the point, man, where it's hard to gauge between different chiropractors and measure what one's doing and what one is not doing is effective. I think we all need to come together as chiropractors and kind of tighten up and change the profession. But as far as what I'm doing, man, and what I see, the people that negate to take care of their spine, they're going to have problems as far as arthritis, weaknesses all over their body, and just overall disease, man. It controls everything. It's chiropractic. There's no way. If everybody saw what I saw on a daily basis, everybody that I know that's listening to this right now would be going to a chiropractor in some form, in some fashion.
Are you available?
Yes.
Put it out there. Are you available?
You need to come see me. I mean, everybody, favor ain't fair. I've always heard that is growing up. But so it's to the point where, man, one of the things that I do is I'm confident in what I do. I believe in what I do. And if I can help you, I'll tell you. If I can't help you, I'll tell you that too. But one of the things you're going to get with me is you're going to get realness and you're going to get the truth.
Since we're talking about the spinal, let's be real, a little more specific. Let's zoom in on this a little more specifically about the purpose and reasoning as a chiropractor. So that people can understand what are you talking about when you're making an adjustment, an alignment, and how it impacts them personally.
Right.
You know, for longevity purposes.
Right.
What is the significance right here, since we in chapter 4,
right,
and we're talking about the spine?
So
talk about the spine for me.
The way everybody, if you don't know how your body works, the way that your body works is your brain controls every single function in your body. And it does so by sending energy down the spinal cord. The spinal cord is like a river carrying energy from the brain through the spine to all your organs and cells in your body are completely dependent on that energy to keep you alive and healthy. And so what happens is, due to the course of life, due to different stresses in life, vertebrae can shift. You know, some all of a sudden like a car accident, some gradually from just sitting with poor posture. Some people just drive trucks for a living. Some people bend over for a living. Vertebrae could just easily shift, or you could lose those curves. Now, those shifts are what we call subluxations. What subluxations do, they're like a dimmer switch on a wall. If that puts a dimmer switch, it turns the signals down from that brain getting down to the rest of the body. So whatever the nerves are supplying, they get weak, and they start to deteriorate, and it eventually causes disease. And so what I do as a chiropractor, I go through and I put the bones in the right position, and I strengthen the muscles that actually strengthen the spine. And a lot of that's done through just strengthening posture, looking at just different things, the muscles that are weak, and strengthening those muscles after I put the bones back in the right place.
Mm. So you was talking about this would be a good spot to talk about the different levels of treatment, because you was naming to me in the office the other day about different levels of treatment. The different packages you would have for treatment.
So we have in my office, and like I said, this is not all chiropractors, but my office, we start out with intensive care. If somebody comes in, it's just like if you go to a hospital or something. You know, I will see somebody pretty much every day, 2 times a day, whatever it takes to get their body out of crisis. And crisis means that they have a disconnect between the brain and the rest of the body. And that means they might have inflammation on the nerve where it be causing pain. So we're going to see them every day till we get them out of that state. And then once we get out of that state, we move to the second phase of care, which is corrective care. Corrective care is where we correct the spine. So that's one of the things that I'm good at, is actually finding the weak parts of your spine and strengthening them. And that can actually help your body to heal faster. Now, once we finish the correction phase and we're completely happy and satisfied with how your body's functioning, then we go into what we call stabilization. And stabilization is where people are happy with their spine, and what they want to do is just maintain it. They want to actually keep their spine stronger. So what I do is I check them once a week or twice a month or once a month for some people, just depending on their lifestyle. And you know, those are different packages. Yep.
Different price.
Yeah, different prices. Yeah. It varies depending on the person. So the best thing to do is to find out if you're a good candidate, if we can help you. And then that way, if not, we can route you to the place that can help you the best. And then we'll talk about that once you get that taken care of.
Is the consultation free?
Consultation is free.
Consultation is free.
Consultation.
Pitch where you at again, real quick.
Yeah, 7751 West 159th Street, Unit 5, Tinley Park, Illinois. And that's 708-614-1414 is the phone number.
The call-in number right now is 708-223-8953. If you have any questions for Dr. Artis, feel free to call in on Jaw Jacking with Bob and TCM Intellectual Radio, iHeart Radio station. Chapter 5. TC, you got a question?
No. I want to hear he said about this exercise and fitness. That's
okay. That's chapter 5.
Yeah.
Okay, chapter 5, exercise and fitness. Talk about chapter 5, exercise and fitness.
Exercise and fitness is I think that people are doing it wrong. I think some people just focus on cardio. Some people focus on just weights. Some people do cardio and weights, and then they missing another one. And the one that most common people miss is mobility training, which is like stretching. This is what me and brother Orr talked about yesterday, man. I said, how often are you stretching? You know what I'm saying? Like, can you touch the toes? You know how many people can't even touch their toes, you know? And these are just motions, man, just turning your neck. Like, how many people you know, seniors especially, or even some people that's not seniors, that they pull in a parking space and they can't turn their neck to turn out, to back out of it. Got to put a camera in to see that they can back out. Most cars come with that now, right?
I swear, man, I was talking to somebody and I was like, when I was going to the gym, a lot of times going to shoot ball or whatever, it's this group of older people in there. Man, all they doing, man, is just simple exercises like this, man. They ain't doing nothing else deep, man. They just doing this, man. Range of motion, man. That's their whole workout.
If you don't use it, you're gonna lose it. It's that simple.
That was amazing to me.
But the way to exercise, though, man, that I found is the best effective way that I talk about in the book is HIIT training. And that's high intensity interval training. That's kind of where you're working out for about 20 to 25 minutes. Some people can do it in 15 minutes, to where you raise your heart rate up real high and then you go at a normal pace for like 2-3 minutes. Then you go hard for a minute. Then you go slow for like 2-3 minutes. Hard for a minute. So what that does is that pushes your body into what we call EPOC. And what that is that's where you actually burn fat the fastest. And so you'll burn fat. Some people could burn fat, how efficient their bodies is, up to 24 hours after they work out. So you know, running a marathon is great for your ego and stuff, but it's bad on your body, in my professional opinion.
Really?
Yeah, those long-term like races like that,
Really?
it's so much pressure and stress on the body, it can break the body down so easy. And our bodies are not designed for that. You know, that's why elite athletes have to do that.
So what about even training? Like, what if you train a mile a day, 2 miles a day?
That's fine. That's fine. But I'm just saying the most effective way that I found for people to actually stay healthy and consistently. Like I train like I work out pretty much now like I want to work out when I'm 70, when I'm 80. And if I can maintain that pace like that to that point, you know, that's what I'm trying to do. But everybody needs to do some kind of weight training. It helps to make strong bones. It creates bone density. I mean, there's numerous of benefits for just weight training itself. And then the one that's overlooked the most is stretching. So you got cardio, weight training, and stretching. You got to do those three. And at least the stretching 3 days a week, you know, for at least 15, 20 minutes a day. I mean, that's one of the key things that we got to do. We got to get out there. A lot of people don't do it. You know, people come to my office, man, and the first thing I do is I have them do a squat. And they can't even squat without their heels coming off the ground. Or they come in and I say, bend over, let's touch your toes. Let's go see what we can do. And they bend in, and I say, you gonna bend now? And they be like, I am. This is as far as I can go. And I'm like, oh, so that's already telling me right there, something's not working right.
Yeah, I can't touch my toe.
I know, man, my hamstrings don't even work.
I can't.
My hamstrings don't work. I determined that about
Let
5
me tell you,
years
brother,
ago.
I used to be one of the least. I was
Since I
never
was
really
12, I couldn't do
that. But if you work at it every day, you can train your body to do it.
So you stop at your knees. Like,
Man, I'm cool. Like
man,
Yeah, you got to work at it. You can't skip a day. You got to work at it. Then you got to work a little bit harder. Because what happens is you get calcifications around them joints, man, and the bones get stiffer. And the older you get, the harder it is.
What up, Shine? Derek Green. We got a client. You're a truck driver. So
Okay.
He on the road now. We're going to text your info. I'm going to text it to you. What up, Latanya? Shema, what up, Dwight? Let everybody know what's up. Yeah, we're going to get y'all the information and check this brother out.
Throw the information out there one more time.
The number is 708-614-1414. The address is in Tinley Park, 7751 West 159th Street. You can go to www.healthonearth.org. You can schedule an appointment online. You can inbox me. You can Facebook. Anything you can do, we're accessible. I'm easy to find.
Real quick, I speak for Intellectual Radio, Jaw Jack, and everybody else. We need to support each other.
We do.
You know everything we're doing. I mean, this is a perfect example of a career that he's making sure that you are healthier, making sure that we're healthy.
Exactly.
And these are the type of things we need to support. At least have a consultation. You know, support the book.
Book the book, of course.
Support the book. You know, and
overlook 7 core values that cannot be ignored.
That's right.
And this is why we do what we do. We do this to position who we need to support. Sometimes we don't even know who to support. So we're doing these things to position ourselves to support each other.
And everybody got a problem in their back. I'm talking about everybody I know.
Yeah.
We all be like, I'm going myself.
Right. I know. I got a little.
Right. I'm going myself.
That's what gets me. To be honest, this what gets me. Some days that I don't feel 100%. I might not want to get out of bed. But when I start thinking about humanity and I start thinking about. And I was like, man, this is much bigger than me wanting to sleep an extra 30 minutes. I got to go save the world. So I think we're all heroes, man. We just got different ways to do it.
What's up?
So when I get on, I put my cape on, man, and I just go.
Magic fingers over here. We got magic fingers in the building.
Dr. Feelgood. Dr. Feelgood is in the building. Number 6, nutrition. Over nutrition. I know that's.
Oh man, I mean, we can spend just a whole nother show on that alone, man. Listen, I love certain food, man, and I'm not saying that we can't have it, but it's got to be in moderation. If it's not whole foods, man, I'm not talking about Whole Foods or store either. I'm talking about like going on the vegetables. I'm talking about fruits. I'm talking about not stuff in the box. Like my thing is we got to think outside the box. Like we can't eat box food. You know, the government used to give people box cheese and all this stuff, man, but we can't eat that stuff. It's killing us. You know, diabetes is skyrocketing, man. Cancer is skyrocketing. All that stuff goes back to what we put in our bodies. So what's going on? Like if we got, you know, I ain't see no Rolls Royce out there, Robert. So, but if you wouldn't stop and put no no gas with water in it, no 87. You probably fill it up. You got to put high quality. Your body, you can replace a car, but you can't replace your body, man. I'm real selective on what I put in my body. And I'm from the South. Like, you eat everything on your plate. You know, that's how I grew up. When I started noticing, man, both of my grandmas had strokes. Everybody around me got high blood pressure. Something is not right. Do I want to be taking medication, walking around with my ankles swollen like that? No. So I was like, man, I got to start making some changes, man. And that's why I think that, you know, me getting into chiropractic, man, not only saved my life, but it's going to help me to save other people's. And if I'm simply just talking to people about nutrition, I do nutritional consults too. I mean, we sit down and look at what you're eating, and we look at what your health goals are, and we just try to point out some kind of vision or path to help get there.
That's what's up, man. That's real though.
It's good coming from a brother too, man.
Oh,
man,
man.
I'm being biased right now. It feels good coming from him.
I appreciate that, man.
Yeah,
I heard you pretty hard on them, TC.
Not hard, man. I love us. And I'm proud to see one of us doing what you're doing, man. For real,
hey, I appreciate that.
Brother. Yeah, I speak the same way with family who had strokes.
Yeah.
My grandmother had a stroke. I mean, that's just deep, man.
I mean, you see it over and over, man. And then you got some people that go extreme and they go, you know, 100% vegetarian and vegan. I mean, it's not for everybody, man. But I think you just got to find out what works for you and what's right for your body. But I think we're going to have to cut down on these fats, man. I know one thing that's high with a lot of African-Americans, man, is cholesterol is another one. You know, heart disease, man, hypertension. And again, man, a lot of us, man, it's hard if you've been eating a certain way for 40, 50, 60 years to try to change. But a lot of times, man, the only thing that's going to keep us around is change. Change is inevitable. If you do not change, you will not survive. That's real.
That's a good point, man.
It's real, man. You got I'm sitting here with 3 brothers right now. This is how real it is. Just make it real for everybody out there. 3 brothers right now. One of us got a chance of dying from cancer. That's just the reality of it. 1 out of every 3 Americans. Now, if I take me and TC here, or better yet, I just step out of the equation, because if I take Robert and TC, one of y'all got a chance of dying of heart disease. 1 out of every 2 people.
How you ain't gonna include yourself?
Nah, man, because I'm
heart disease.
It made my heart skip a beat, man.
You like, better yet, I'm gonna take myself.
Right. Man, that's my faith low. You done made my faith low.
He told ignore chapter 1, didn't he?
No, but you know what? People talk about statistics, but I like making statistics real.
That's true.
And that's why when I make it real, when I speak, man, and when I present and all these different things, and people sit in there and they say, wow. But when I make it real and I say, look to the person, look to the right. Now y'all fight it out. Who's gonna get heart disease? Then it's real. Now it's like, oh, it can really touch me if it ain't already touching you right now.
That's true, man.
You know what I'm saying? So I get tired of, man. I got classmates, man. Let me tell you this, man. I came to Chicago 1996, the first time I came to Chicago. We came on spring break. Me, Chris Chavis, Aaron Clayette. Both of them brothers dead, man. I'm the only one still living. And I'm the only one and I live in Chicago. That touched me. That's one of the things that kept me here in Chicago. Now, Chris thought he had a sinus infection, ended up having cancer. You know what I'm saying? This is my man. And then you got Aaron died from some other stuff, man, which I don't really understand. But it's to the point, man, where it's like younger and younger. Younger and younger. We have class reunions. You go back and certain people ain't back no more. You know, it's wild, man. It's wild. It's real out here. So we got to do more to really educate and let people know how real it is. Because people, this is the thing, what I realized. Nobody ever thinks it's going to happen to them.
Mm-hmm. I speak for myself. I didn't try to, change how I eat.
Yeah.
I'm 35 years older than my son. I want to get myself together, being around. That's why it was meant for me to hear this.
Yeah.
Because certain things you're saying, I've been hearing from my little brother.
Right.
It's about eating and what you put in your body, you know. And then here again, they only a fool now won't try to look into it. Now you ain't ignorant no more. You just dumb. Right. You making a choice not to do nothing about yourself.
You're gonna kill yourself.
That's real talk.
And that's the thing. What I say, man, is we really it concerns me with our people that we're the strongest people, in my opinion, as being African Americans, man. We survive the slave trade, man. We can survive this if we change. Because you got everything you need. And Obamacare is not the answer. Medicare is not the answer, man. They'll pay for you to have cancer treatments and all this stuff, man, but they won't pay for you to be healthy. And that's the thing, what I get with people a lot, man, is that you got to take responsibility for your own health and your own life now.
That's real.
Core value number 7. Sleep and rest.
Sleep and rest.
About chapter 7.
I'm guilty of this. I don't get enough at all. I don't get enough.
Man, I hit that one hard, man. Sleep is for your body. Rest is for your mind. I'll just start by saying that. And one of the things that I say with those things is that when you're looking at these different things and when you talk about sleep and you're talking about rest, dude, there's a clear difference. You got people that rest all day, but they don't sleep. Okay. You know, some people lay in the bed, man. They just lay and they go walk in the couch, man. Yeah, and then they but sleep is so important, man. That's where your body regenerates, man. It makes new cells. It goes to that point. You know, when you don't sleep, you increase your chance of heart disease, man. Your body won't heal as fast. There's so many different other things that come with that. And sleep is what I'm talking about when you hit deep sleep, what they call REM. That's when your rapid eye movement, that's the deepest form of sleep. That's when you wake up feeling rested. And so I went through that, man. I'm a type A personality. I just go hard, you know, and when I was going hard, man, it hit me. And then I slept for 2 days. And I said, man, I got to make a change, you know, because I'm working a lot. You know, I'm seeing people, you know, I call it being a hero, right? That's of course you're trying to save the world, man, but you got to save yourself. And one of the things you got to do is you got to take some time for yourself. And you gotta sometimes you gotta rest your mind too. Some people can sleep, but then they worry so much. Right. And I even went through that personal battle, man, to the point where, you know, I had opened all these offices and then I was just, you know, running, man. And then your body starts showing warning signs. And a lot of times we ignore them. And it could just be from you not getting enough sleep.
Mm-hmm. You say you slept for 2 days? You didn't sleep. You collapsed.
Man, I collapsed. I literally, it was called adrenal fatigue, man. I had coffee in the morning, coffee in the afternoon. So to that point now, I cut out coffee. And I'm sitting here now, I'm drinking tea. That's about the only caffeine. I really don't do any caffeine because it's to the point where I don't need the extra stimulant. And it was hard, man. I was getting hooked on coffee. I like the taste. I like the, you know, the different things. And then I just had to step away, man, and just say, look, you know what? I ain't even going to do this to my body no more. I don't need no extra stimulant. If I'm tired, I'm going to lay down, right? I'm not going to take a Red Bull. If I'm tired, man, that means that I need to go to bed earlier, right? I can't stay up and watch all these crazy shows. Right?
You look like a Frasier watcher.
Nah, man, I'll be on.
Overlooked 7 core values that cannot be ignored by Dr. John Artis. Pitch everybody to where you are, where you can get a copy of your book.
You can get the book on my website. You go to drjohnartis.com. You can get it from the Health on Earth website, the healthonEarth.org.com. Get it from there. You can buy it at my office. We keep it all on deck. Also, too, man, you can just call me, inbox me. You can PayPal, and I can ship one out to you. You know, there's different ways you can get it to me. So the thing about it is the best way to get in contact with me, again, is 708-614-1414.
How much is your book?
Book is $15.
$15.
Well worth $15.
Well worth $15.
Right, well worth it, man.
And the thing, one of the reasons I honestly, man, wrote this, man, is that, you know, I know we're not gonna live forever, man, but as I'm dead and gone, man, this book will be here forever.
It's eternal.
Yes.
Real quick, I want to go to a few quick things while you got about 5-10 minutes left.
I want to say something real quick, Bob. We ain't got time for you to number Sheeman to call in, but if you have a question, type it up real quick while the doctor right here. You got 5, maybe 3-4 minutes to get this typed in, and we'll answer your question as soon as we get it. All right, go ahead.
Right. Real quick question. You said a comment about Obamacare. I want you to explain how Obamacare is affecting your business.
Well, I think just speaking for just any kind of medical practitioners across the board was covered service is the fact that Obamacare forced a lot of financial responsibilities over to the boards of patients. So now you got people that we're getting out of that phase. Now they went from $500 deductibles, $20 copays to $3,000 deductibles and $60 copays. And it's to the point where people are already having enough problems paying for insurance before. Now it's to the point where it's designed to force them not to have to use their insurance. So the insurance companies are losing money. And so what they did is they pushed the financial responsibility over to the patients. You know, I had people come in with $16,000 deductibles. You know, that's only going to help you if you have a heart attack or if you're in a life-threatening situation where your bills are over, you know, so many thousands of dollars. God willing, nobody gets into an accident the way I have to use that, but it's good if you do have it. But as far as keeping you healthy, you got to invest in yourself, man. I mean, people go out and they spend money on food. Hey, I be seeing, you know, I see people with $200 gym shoes on, but then they don't take care of their body. Their stomach hanging over, they got metabolic syndrome, right? Their stomach hanging over their pants and they can't pull their pants over and they don't go to the gym. Or if they go to the gym, you know, it's playing, you know, and it's not to the point where they not taking their body seriously.
So how do Obamacare benefit?
Obama benefits because you got people that had chronic conditions and they were covered.
Okay.
And then it eliminated the what is that thing when people have pre-existing conditions. So people before, if you had a pre-existing, you put a mark on your deductible is gonna be high, everything. If you probably couldn't even get coverage.
Okay.
You have a question from your Facebook Live from the question is, do you accept Venmo as a form of payment?
Yes, I do.
I just everything.
My cousin, everything. We are for profit.
Okay. Here goes another one. Question was, she stopped eating beef because her body was having digestive issues. Is beef bad for us?
You know what? As far as cholesterol, we get cholesterol from other animals, in general. And the thing about it is beef is harder to digest for some people. Some people's systems, their guts are weak. Mm-hmm. So one of the things that causes a lot of problems is people have weak guts. So their body they're not saying that their body can't break down certain stuff. And a lot of the stuff too is looking at the antibiotics, the stuff is treated with. We need to eat or as organic as possible. And then we need to watch stuff that's these grass fed, that's free range. If you see how, man, I'm a country boy. I used to see them just put all these animals into these houses, these slaughterhouses, man. They just feed them all this stuff to get them fat. And then they will cut them up and send them, and we're eating that. And then next thing you know, our bodies don't work right because we're getting stuff to the animal. See, everything is commercialized now. When it's commercialized, it's not about genuine. It's about the money.
Real quickly, tell me about some of your African trip you got that you contemplating. You talking about going to Africa. I just came from Africa, so
right.
You talking about going to Africa. Tell real quick about that excitement, that momentum that you got going in that direction.
Thanks to you, bro. I think you kind of put the ice on the cake the last time we talked. But Uganda, man, Uganda is a phenomenal place. And I was sitting in church, and they said we have mission trips coming up. And I've been to Dominican Republic before, mission trips, and they're down in the slums there, man. But I've always wanted to go to Africa, man. And I just said that I'm gonna just start stamping my passport. I went in, man, and next thing I know, I said, well, what can you bring to the table? I said, I can go anywhere and adjust people. I can help them to be healthy. And then I can talk about leadership, whatever you want to talk about, we can do it. And it was like, man, it would be a great asset. I can help build a house if you need to. Mm-hmm. So it's just to the point where I'm just going to serve, man. I think Africa to me is a very spiritual trip. I'm interested in doing and tracing where my family possibly came from over there and all those different things. So, I'm just excited, man.
You from where the light-skinned people are from? I'm gonna tell you that right
South
now.
Africa.
Yeah, you from wherever the light-skinned people are from.
I think it's Ghana, man.
I want to put out to my Facebook Live people that's watching. Let's support this brother, Dr. John Artis.
Dr. John Artis.
Overlooked. He a chiropractor, y'all.
Dr. Feel Good.
You can't tell me you don't want to get your back popped. We got the man in the building.
And he got his fingers done. He got a manicure. So he don't put no dirty fingers on you as a chiropractor.
Let's support this brother, y'all.
Real quick, one more time, pitch you. Where can we find you at?
You can find me at www.healthonearth.org. You can schedule an appointment up there. You can call my office 708-614-1414. Or you can actually just come by and visit. Just pop in. It's 7751 West 159th Street, Unit 5, and that's in Tinley Park. But the best way is probably the website that'll get you everything you need, www.healthonearth.org.
Consultation is free. Overlooked. About 7 core values that cannot be ignored. Dr. John Artis. Go ahead, TC. I'm sorry, man.
Before we shut it down, let it be known now when y'all going there so this brother know that y'all watching. When y'all talk to this brother, let him know you came from Jaw Jack.
I'm his assistant. Right. So I only want all the women patients, though. I don't want none of the guys. Thank you for listening to Jaw Jack and Bob and TC on IntellectualRadio.com. We'll see you next week with our special guest, Dr. John Artis in the building. Check it out next week.
In this corner, we have to
y'all, let's support.